Let's talk about grow. Grow. You know, sometimes you see people and they're like, man, you've changed. And you look at them and you think, well, I really haven't changed that much. I mean, I did change. Isn't that what we're supposed to do? If I was the exact same person that you met 5 years ago and I had nothing new to say to you, you'd be like, hey, so what's up? And I would say, well, blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And you would look at me and you would say, I know. You told me that already. And it was 5 years ago. Did you do nothing in between now and then that you want to share with me? Isn't that what we're here for? Like, I understand that this is not about the destination. So you may have a goal and you may have a place that you see yourself in somewhere up the road, but the beautiful part of the seeing the destination is the actual journey of getting there. And so when somebody says you've changed, yeah, I thought that's what we were doing here. Maybe I'm wrong. And I'm saying this because every time I come in the grow room, so, I say goodnight to the girls. These plants are the girls, right? And so we say goodnight to the girls, and then we wake up and we get ourselves together, and then we come and say, grand rising to the girls. And they've grown like overnight. And in reflecting in the moment, it's like I was given the same amount of time that these plants were given. Like, I said goodnight to them. Let me just show you, okay? So this is my arugula. You guys, I don't know if you caught the video in which I had repotted her. And so I repotted her, and last night, this is where we were right here. And then I come in today and I'm like, holy shit, Batman, look at you. Like, oh my goodness. You've blossomed and bloomed and grown so much. This plant had the same amount of time that I had. Like, so when I walk in here and I'm like, whoa, 2 inches about. Like you have brand new leaves. Like, check this out. Like, new growth. This is all new growth. In the same amount of time that I had that I was growing last night. You know what I mean? It's we are all given the same amount of time. Some people choose to do something with the time and actually grow. And then some people choose to stay stagnant. And I don't even know sometimes if people are like choosing to stay stagnant, because I can, when I first got into recovery, I could see myself transitioning the light. I don't want the glare to be. So I could feel myself like growing and transitioning and maturing, like what felt like months at a time. Like I would rise the next day and I was like, gosh, like I've gone the distance. Like, and it was because while I was in active addiction, I was stuck. You hear a lot that you stop maturing and you stop growing when you start using. or heavily drinking, or you just kind of, the maturity level or whatever stops right there where you start like. But then when you get into recovery, it's like you don't have that blockage anymore. There's nothing there to stop you from growing. So you see people like one day and it's like, damn, like last time I saw you, you were just in school and now you're captain of the boat. Last time I saw you, you were, 120 pounds and now you're 140 with muscles, or whatever the case may be. Last night, little plant, I saw you and you only had 10 leaves and today you have 15. We're all given the same amount of time. It's what we're choosing to do in that time. And these plants are choosing to grow because that's all they know. They're not sidetracked. These plants don't have to worry about what's on TV or what their neighbor is doing, and they don't have to worry about what shoes they're going to wear, what hairstyle they're going to have. Their only job is to make sure they find the light. Make sure they find the light. Make sure they get proper nutrients and minerals. Make sure you get proper nutrients and minerals. They have rest time where the lights go out and they have proper and adequate rest. Make sure you have proper and adequate rest. I mean, if you don't know what to do with yourself, like, consider yourself a plant. Like, what does a plant need to survive? I mean, I'm not giving my plants Coca-Cola. My plants are getting a good soil foundation. Okay, so I'm not going to try to build my life back in a toxic environment. Like, if you don't know what to do, just pretend you're a plant for a while. Like, I need a good, solid foundation. That means if the place where you live is shit and the people you're surrounded with are shit, you're not going to grow into a healthy, beautiful plant. Sometimes we have to, like, dig ourselves up and move ourselves over to somewhere else so that we can blossom and grow. And these plants, this journey with this has taught me so much, because every day I get to reflect. Like, look how much you've grown, buddy. Look how much you've grown, buddy. And then I get to look in the mirror and see my reflection and say, look how much you've grown, sis. Just yesterday, you sat in the cold plunge with a beautiful soul. Like, day before yesterday, I made it to 12 minutes. And then when I saw her, my friend, yesterday, she was like, you want to go sit in the cold plunge? And I was like, absolutely, like, meet you there. And we went there. And when we got out, I was like, how long do we last? And she was like, girl, we was in here like 24 minutes. I doubled my time. That's growth. That's what it is. It's growth. And so if we're, like, make a log. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm at. I feel like I'm going around in a hamster wheel over and over and over. Make a log. And you say to yourself, okay, so I got 4 hours of sleep last night because I was up watching Netflix, eating some bullshit, stressed out. What? Okay, and then you look at your log and you say, the goal tonight, if last night I slept 4 hours and I only got 4 hours of rest, and I know that plants need the time, the lights go out for the plants. They don't have a choice. They're not in here like, what's on Netflix tonight? No, the plants are like, you know what? You know what's more important than Netflix? My rest, because that's when I heal. That's when my body is regrouping for the next day. You wake up with shit energy because what did you expect to do? If I leave my lights on in these with these plants all night and all day, when I'm gonna come in here to check on them, they're not gonna have been well rested. They're not gonna have grown because they're gonna be stressed out and like, I'm not sure what to do. My minerals are lacking. Like I'm. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't grow from a toxic environment. You can't regroup when you're not rested. You can't expect Chick-fil-A to fuel your body. You can't expect to appreciate your reflection if you're not doing anything to build your reflection, you know? So even if you're just growing from 12 minutes to 24 minutes in the cold plunge, cheer yourself on. That's great. If you're going from 1 leaf to 2 leaves, cheer yourself on. If you're gaining 1 pound of muscle a week, cheer yourself on. If you're having an intimate moment with your partner 3 times a week instead of no times a week, cheer yourself on. If you can hug somebody a little bit longer, if that dialogue in your mind goes from talking shit to yourself all day to half the day, cheer yourself on, man. But if you're not knowing where to start, get a log, get a plant, start somewhere. And that's all I got today.